Building a software empire traditionally required massive human capital. You needed armies of specialized engineers, quality assurance testers, and product managers working in tandem for months or years just to ship a functional product. Guohang Zhang is a 20-year-old senior at the Beijing University of Posts and Telecommunications. Working completely alone, he built a world-class artificial intelligence product. He compressed the entire development timeline into just 10 days. To do this, he used vibe coding, a process where a developer writes natural language prompts instead of manual syntax, directing AI models to generate and test the actual code for him. A single college student matching the output of an entire traditional development studio in less than 2 weeks shatters the long-held assumption that complex technological innovation requires massive teams and years of runway. The product he built is called Mirofish. It is a complex, multi-agent prediction engine, and shortly after its release, it hit #1 on GitHub's global trending list. By taking the top spot, this solo student's project outperformed open-source tools released by massive tech conglomerates with billions of dollars in research and development budgets. Guo recorded a quick demonstration video and sent it to tech billionaire Chen Tianchao. Within 24 hours, Chen committed 30 million yuan, about $4.1 million to incubate the project. This 10-day sprint and immediate financial validation signal a structural shift. The traditional startup model is making way for the one-person company, an enterprise driven entirely by super individuals. Investor Chen Tianchao has a highly specific definition for a super individual. It does not mean a polymath who possesses every technical skill from database architecture to interface design. Instead, it describes a new leverage system between humans and machines. Artificial intelligence handles the infinite execution of the actual labor. The human strictly provides the vision, the initial prompt, and absorbs the risk, taking legal and financial ownership of the results. Guo applied this exact leverage model. He didn't hard-code his prediction engine line by line. He acted as a high-level architect, stropping existing open-source AI frameworks and memory systems together to execute his idea. Physical execution is no longer the primary bottleneck for technological progress. The only remaining limitation is human vision. To see how this architecture functions, we can look at what Mirofish actually does. The engine uses swarms of AI agents to run parallel digital realities, simulating how future societal and economic events might unfold. A user uploads a seed document. The system uses GraphRag to map every entity into a dynamic knowledge graph, then spawns thousands of autonomous AI agents. Each receives a distinct personality, specific biases, and unique memories. Next comes the simulation phase. From a god's eye view, the user injects a sudden, disruptive variable into the digital sandbox, like the Federal Reserve unexpectedly cutting interest rates by 50 basis points. The engine runs parallel realities on the OASIS framework. The agents discuss, compete, and react, evolving their stances to form group consensus over time. Finally, the system tracks these chaotic interactions to deliver a precise predictive report, detailing the statistical probabilities of the future. This automated 5-step pipeline gives a 20-year-old student a digital testing laboratory that previously required a multi-million-dollar development studio to operate. When AI makes the labor of execution virtually free, the simple ability to perform tasks stops being a competitive advantage in the market. This forces a pivot toward what Chen calls minimum viable responsibility. It is a shift away from doing the work and toward being the sole party accountable for the result. In this model, the human acts as the final gatekeeper. Since AI produces output at a rate humans cannot match, the human role is refined into verifying truth, fact-checking data, and ensuring the machine's work matches the original intent. A system capable of infinite rapid execution still requires this human checkpoint to catch hallucinations before they turn into systemic, real-world errors. There is also the matter of intuition. AI models derive their logic from history, making them inherently backward-looking. Placing a bet on a future that hasn't happened yet remains a domain where human instinct outperforms data. Similarly, the friction of human negotiation and the unpredictable nature of social power games are too chaotic for algorithmic order. These messy edge cases require an architect who can navigate instability. This logic changes the structure of the firm itself. Modern corporations are becoming responsibility containers, legal entities designed to hold the liability and capital for a single individual to deploy at scale. Guo Hongzhang didn't just build a sandbox to predict the future. His existence is the prediction. The tools to build an empire now belong to anyone with a laptop, a clear vision, and the guts to take the risk.